Hey everybody, it's Norm over here at Norm's Rare Guitars. I got one of the greatest bass players ever, Mr. Phil Chen. Comes from Jamaica.
That's right,
And-
Kingston, Jamaica.
And he is most known for playing on Rod Stewart's Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Yeah, okay.
But he's playing with the Doors now, and has been with Robbie Krieger for quite a while. And he was the guy to kind of bring ska and a lot of the Jamaican music to England back in the old days. I mean, before he
64.
had gray hair, before I had gray hair.
Before we had gay
Before
hair.
we had gray hair.
Yeah.
And he's an authority on James Jamerson, an authority on Jaco Pastorius. He was involved in the new Jaco movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he was just made, it's like a knighthood in Jamaica. What do they call
It's
it?
called Order of Distinction from the Jamaican government, like what Bob Marley, Ernest Ranglin, Jimmy Cliff, and all those people get in recognition for helping promoting Jamaican music and Jamaica in Jamaicans over the world.
And I mean, he plays so many different styles, but everything has that Jamaican feel in there.
Well, that's where you see, growing up in Jamaica, you know all about the Menton, the Byron Lee, and all that type of stuff.
I grew up in Miami, so a lot of our music in Miami that we got, the rhythm and blues, we were getting a lot of Jamaican stuff, and it was kind of a blend of the Southern soul and Jamaican.
Yeah, but did you know that we Jamaicans got a lot of the stuff from like Cuba and New Orleans, Saturday Night Fish Fry, Louis Jordan,
Absolutely.
Kansas City. So we kind of
Wilbur
stole.
Harrison.
Oh yeah, we kind of stole something from you.
Well, everybody
but-
steals from everybody.
Oh, that's right.
But if you steal good
Yeah.
stuff, then at least
I'm gonna
that's
steal
good.
this bass as a finish.
That you,
This is
you
what I
have
mean.
to be awful fast.
And Lloyd Price, cause she
Lloyd Price
got
was
a personality.
Yeah,
So it's the same, that scare beat, that off beat.
right.
So anyway, growing up in Jamaica,
And Lloyd
It-
did an album in Jamaica too, didn't he?
Who?
Lloyd Price. I think he did
that
an
is
album
possible.
in Jamaica.
But the influence at that time were, like Ruby and the Romantics, Fats Domino, a lot of the American music. Patsy Cline, Jim Reeves, and Jimmy Clanton, all the thing.
And we have a lot of mutual admiration for people like the Blues Breakers.
Oh, Philip and Bosse. These are like the
Philip and
Sam
Lloyd.
and Dave.
Right. There was the Jamaican Sam and Dave. Used to be Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, featuring
Brilliant.
the Blues Busters. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, again, we
And
listen.
then there was another group called the Blues Busters later, but
Yeah.
this was the real Blues Busters.
But we took the American music and we are a sucker for melodies. When there's a great melody, we take it and then we may change it into reggae or something,
Right.
So having grown up in that period with all that wonderful mixed, diverse of music, like, as I said, Jim Reeve, Patsy Cline, Bert Camford, Roger Williams, and all that thing. We got into the ska, and I went to London to promote ska music, and then after that I got into with Jimmy James and the Vagabonds, with Colson Chen actually, and then I went into session work, and then the session work ended up playing with Rod Stewart, and then ended up with Brian May, Queen, Who, and then I came over to America and played with the Bee Gees and all those.
And the
guys.
greatest guitar player from Jamaica?
Oh, Mr. Ernest Ranglin.
Ranglin.
The first one to be given Order of Distinction. No, not the first one. The first one, he arranged the My Boy Lollipop,
Millie Small.
Millie Small, and he was voted #1 jazz guitar 1963 in London, and for me, to me, the greatest.
And he played on all the R&B Jamaican records ever coming out of Jamaica. He was the guy. Ernest Ranglin, so look him up. He's
Bob
something
Marley,
else.
Jimmy Cliff, and everybody. So from that, I jumped ship and I went into the rock and roll with Richard, B.B. King, Little Richard, James Burton, Jackson Brown, and ended up being in the bass shift. But I've always been a big fan of his too, because he's also, in case you don't know, he's a great singer. Wide Awake in a Dream.
No. We wouldn't want to do that. But
No, we won't do that, but I'm saying you're a great fan of all the great old time.
I know what good music is, and
Yeah.
and Phil, do me a favor, just play a little, just some stuff, just to give us a little taste.
I'm gonna give a reggae. You know, kind of that is like the typical Jamaica where the bass meanders and everything, and then of course you have the
Marvin Gaye.
non-committed.
That's
Great.
Jocko, I Can Dig It Baby. That's Little Beaver.
Thanks
With
to
Jocko
Norman.
playing it.
Thanks to Norman, I got turned on to Little Beaver with. Oh, it wasn't Jocko. It was Nelson Padron.
That's right. No, it was Jocko Padron.
Nelson Padron, wasn't it?
When they called it Jocko Padron and Nelson Padron on this Little Beaver record. Little Beaver was this great blues and R&B guitar player out of Miami, and he got Jocko to play on this track, and he didn't even know who Jocko was, and they gave him wrong credit on the album. But the track is so unbelievable. It's called I Can Dig It Baby. Anybody who wants like a bass lesson, check this out. I Can Dig It Baby by Little Beaver. It'll blow your mind. And it's when Jocko first started playing the fretless bass. It's astounding. And he's also a great fan from Motown, James Jamerson,
James Jameson, to me, was one of the greatest bass players that didn't need to take a solo. Although he did take a solo on Mutin by Junior Walker. You know that one, right? And also, he took a solo at with Yusef Lateef live at the Mozambique Club in Detroit, and there are a couple little things that he did, but he never used to take a solo because all his bass lines were solo. And you know, like when he did how he does it. Check how he does it. He's going from the G, G sharp A flat to the G. Classic, stroke of genius.
I Was Made to Love Her.
Yeah.
Wonder.
Open the. You have to play that open D.
Well, this is an old guy music lesson here, but we love old R&B and stuff, so try to check out some of these tracks. Phil Chen, my buddy for many, many years.
And if you need,
I love this guy.
If you need any old vintage bass, guitars, everything, Rubber Band can come here because you're gonna get the best. But he has the best. But it's Norman rear guitar. Thank you, Norman.
Thank you, Phil. Phil Chen.
Norman.